As a full-time female solo traveler, one of the questions I get asked the most is, what are my tips for staying safe around the world? So in this video, I'm going to give you some of my best tips, especially since I'm coming to you from Cape Town, South Africa, which has a reputation of being one of the most unsafe places in the world. I'm coming to you live from Cape Town. Here from my balcony, you can see that's Lion's Head. It's absolutely beautiful. When I first started traveling, I used to buy all of those really cool sounding security bags that have the zipper that has a clip so you can't easily clip it. The fabric supposedly can't be torn easily by a would-be pickpocketer or bag grabber or whatever. And I came to realize that one, they are really expensive. Two, they're very bulky. So I travel with a very small bag and it was just taking up way too much room. And three, I wasn't getting use out of it. It wasn't, the thing is, I guess if someone is going to take something, they're going to take something. And also, knock on wood, I haven't had somebody steal my stuff, and I came to feel like those bags were just overkill. Today I was in the CBD of Cape Town, the Central Business District, not CBD like marijuana. And you know what? It reminded me of needing to be aware and safe, so I thought this was a great time to create this video on safety tips. So one is avoid eye contact with anyone. If you see someone that looks like they're on drugs, that looks like there's anything you're uncomfortable with, avoid them at all costs. So avoid eye contact. I also would shuffle down the street. I would look for a security guard. I'd look for a shop and go to whatever lengths I needed to go to avoid them. Unfortunately, some people follow you. So I got called, miss, and I don't know what their intentions were. I didn't want to stay and find out. And once you're engaged in the conversation, it's much more difficult to get out of it. So I had to literally run down the street, and I don't care. So I ran down the street to get away from this person because I did not want to engage with them. So that's another way to stay safe. I'm filming this video from my hotel room, so you can see it is still daylight. So as a female solo traveler, especially in Cape Town, I am home by dark. So I just don't go out by myself alone at night. It's just not a good idea, especially in Cape Town. And I would urge you to consider, if you're by yourself, watch the daylight hours. So there are places, like I mentioned, I was in the CBD of Cape Town. I would only do that by day, because by night there's a whole other crowd. There may be less security, there may be fewer shops open for me to run into, so I just don't go out there at night. Another strategy I am using here is I love to make it more difficult to figure out where my cash is, and I am really grateful to have with me my ScottyVest. That is this vest. It is laden with pockets everywhere, so I keep my cell phone in here, zip up the pocket. I have my credit cards and some cash in here. I've got another wallet with more cash and coins in here. And I have yet another wallet in here and my sunglasses. This is it's heavy. My jacket is very heavy, but everything's hidden. And it is not going to be easy for someone to get this off of me. It stays on me at all times. It's cold, so I'm actually zipping it up during the day anyway. And it's not clear. It's not easy to understand what exactly I have in my pockets anyway. So like in here, I actually have it's clipped to the key ring. I have a spare bag as well. So this ScottyVest I bought several years ago through I think it was the New York Times travel show. And it's one of my best and favorite investments. I do have a coupon code if you want it. I get nothing from them for the code. If you are interested in that 15% off code, then drop me a comment and I am happy to pass that on to you. But I do highly recommend something like this, a jacket with multiple pockets that makes it much harder for would-be thieves to understand what you have and where it is. On that note, though, even though I have a pocket here for my cell phone, I try not to take it out when I don't need it, because why call attention, number one, to myself for what kind of phone I have, and two, it makes you unaware of your surroundings, so that like 3 seconds that you're on your phone in a neighborhood that isn't a good idea you're just not even going to notice the people that come up. That being said, ironically, so I like to sort of get used to a city. I spend a few days where I just don't take my cell phone out, and then I watch what other people do. So I am noticing that there are many places in Cape Town where everybody has their cell phone out, and they're all different kinds. I'm sure some of them are way better than mine. And when that's the case, then I'll feel comfortable pulling out my cell phone. But otherwise, I try to keep it in the pocket. Another important thing to do to stay safe is to understand your neighborhoods, your streets, what's safe, what's not safe. So I know that when I was in CBD, when I was first here in 2019, I had a very uncomfortable experience in a specific street, so I did not walk there by myself. I did feel like even during the day there were a lot more people out who were on drugs or I don't know what was going on than the last time I was here. So that definitely made me feel uncomfortable and like I didn't want to be on certain streets very long. So I made it a point when I wanted to traverse avenues to go down two-way streets and always stay on streets that have lots of pedestrians and lots of traffic going on, because I think those are safer than those sort of smaller streets where if there's no street vendors and no people on those small little alleyways, just avoid them at all costs. I mentioned that in my pocket I have a bag, so I think it's a good idea to have some sort of bag with you that if you buy anything you can put in here. So again, it's harder for people to understand what exactly you're carrying. That being said, this bag in particular does not have a zipper close, but I still don't like those bags with all those safety gizmos and whatever. I wouldn't put my wallet in one of those bags or this one anyway. This is going to have stuff that I might buy at the supermarket, or if I go to a crafts area and buy some crafts, that's what's going to go in here. So it's usually stuff that if I had it stolen, I would be disappointed, but it would be okay and I wouldn't panic about it. So that's the kind of stuff that I would save in or store into this bag. My final tip for this video is know your instincts and your energy. That is the best tool that any of us has. If you feel at all that there's something off, that you are uncomfortable, you go with that. It could be in a neighborhood that's supposed to be safe. If you don't feel safe, get out or take whatever action you need to follow that gut instinct. No questions asked, don't doubt it, don't question it, go with it. That concludes this video. I hope you found the safety tips of use. I think they're valuable all over the world, whether you're in a place that's supposed to be safe or in a place that's known to be more dangerous. And I think the places that we label as more dangerous, there definitely is danger to them, but I don't think always that the way media portrays everywhere is completely accurate. So take things with a grain of salt and have good safety protocol, and you should be fine wherever you go in the world. I hope that you found this video of value. Please drop any questions or comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.